Hey everyone, welcome to the video. We're going to be picking up artillery today and seeing how good it is. We finally have a way to deal with sky shields now. Hopefully a lot of people only have one, but even if they have two covering one ER, maybe we can still use art for damaging an ER or killing a few buildings. And let's check out a few hits. Here we got our first one, and he does have two sky shields covering the ER. You can try a style of hit we've been doing on most 5 ERs, even with two sky shields. Starting from the right side and basically just flaring each ER. And when we get to this part, we can flare between these two. It's close enough where Rudy can do his bomb stuff on either left or right, get some good value. We don't have any GB, so using one rifle also helps with that boom cannon. The important thing is just dropping Rudy first, so hopefully one of his wingmen distracts that boom cannon. So getting the rifle going, then Rudy, then a bunch of RCs and a flare. We still have one RC to drop, but we'll get some GB eventually. See, it's gonna hit the wingman first. And as we get more GB, we can drop the last RC. Once the top ER goes down, we flare this one. Then eventually this one up top. Just trying to time the flares good. Can do a turret for that doom cannon. Once we have shocks, we'll probably do one on the machine guns. But for right now, we can just ignore them. We'll get one more turret on that DC, since the other one's just about to die. And that boom cannon is gonna pick off a few, but again, not much we can do. Get some bomb stuff going. And doing some okay damage. Get another one. More damage on that ER. And we'll just finish art on this one. Get a 256. Still aiming for around 255 3-minute times. And that one's a win. We will also pick up shocks next, so they should help out. Here we got another match and the more front compact style of base. Since again there's two sky shields covering this ER, we can use art for something else. But trying the same style of hit as the last vid, so flaring Rudy and a few RCs over here. And maybe using a turret first for that boom cannon, a rifle later for this one. So I can do that now. Sending in a couple flares. And then we'll do a rifle on the right side. As the flare is almost done, we can drop the rest of the RCs. Also get some bomb stuff going in just a bit. Some good damage in all those buildings. Put all our RCs out. Rudy did die, but I think the left ER should still go down. And also keeping an eye on this left one over here. Pretty soon we're going to flare the top ER, then the last one. And here just using art on the ER with most health, so in this case this one. And a couple RCs should finish off. Looks like we'll get a 254. We'll also get a chest to pick up shocks now. Can help out on flaring the last few ERs. Here we got a 19. And a base where we can try the similar kind of hit. Just flaring every ER pretty much. That DC we might have to watch out for, but at least now we have shocks. So again, doing a rifle first, then Rudy, bunch of RCs. Right away flaring that boom cannon. And you see Rudy is ahead, so his wingmen are going to help distract. Doom Cannon going to pick off a few. Can drop the other RC. And then just flare the ER with one shock. It's okay losing a few of them, since we have enough for the rest of the base. Flaring that ER, and then in between these other two. Here we'll use a turret in the blind spot of that critter launcher. Get a bomb stuff going too. Hits a bunch of machine guns, but at least clears a few buildings. And the last ER with some arts. And we'll get a 255. Which is a close one, but still a win. Noticing that GBE might help a lot on those hits too. Just so we can drop all the RCs right away and even have leftover for shocks. So might pick up that next. Here is a similar kind of base. We'll basically just flare ERs and in between these last two. So again with that rifle and Rudy, a bunch of RCs and flaring that boom cannon. Here that BC might pick off one. But went out of range just in time. Get the other RC down. And then start flaring ERs. We'll have to shock a few machine guns over here. Because they're right next to RCs, they can do a decent amount of damage. So one shock there. And then get the last flare ready. Turret on that critter launcher. Can do another flare because I want everyone to be over there. Get some bomb stuff going. And in this case, flaring this ER with some arts. We'll pull a 303. So bypassing most of the buildings on the base really helps out. And that's a win. And we match a 22, looks like a 6 ER. Still with those mismatches this season. In this case, a sky shield on the top right and the bottom left. Maybe using Rudy for the right side and dealing a few RCs left. Could do a rifle here for that boom cannon and go from there. Starting with 4 RCs and Rudy. Eventually dealing 3 for this left side. And we can get those going. Maybe a turret on this critter launcher blind spot. Just waiting a few seconds. Can do that now. Also shock on this boom cannon. And then start doing some bomb stuff. Maybe also a shock on that doom cannon. Rudy should stay to the right side. And we got a decent split. Can help that critter launcher getting down. Just a bit more in pathing. Another bomb stuff. And then last few arts in this top left ER. Because it's the last one to go down. And we'll get a 256. And a close one too, only 2 seconds. Often. Here we got a rank 20. And a bit different kind of base. Have a sky shield covering this ER. So you can't really use a hit where we just flare ERs. In this case, can maybe take a few RCs over here. Not really flaring, but just a delay drop. Eventually barding this shield. And 2 boom cannons near the middle so we can take 2 rifles. And also Rudy near the left side. So we'll do 2 rifles and 4 RCs. Get Rudy towards the left. Eventually using a few RCs for the far left side. Just watching everyone go. I think the rifle should stay up front. Can do a bomb stuff. When this ER is about to go down, can drop the other 2 RCs. Then on the left, we can do a turret with a shock. Have RCs going on kind of all sides. Make sure we kill the shield over here. And pretty soon gonna flare the last TR. Just watching the far right. Can flare now. A few more arts because we forgot to take it down. $255. See if that's fast enough. And looks like it is. Okay, 11 from there, and that's gonna be rank 20. So not a super easy push. We didn't show all the hits, but there was a decent amount of back and forth. And really close times too, all within a few seconds. Which means that tomorrow if we want to push a bit sooner, instead of waiting all those keys for 6 CR, another option could be just getting a bit more tech at 5. So I think next steps is going to be getting the second Sky Shield, and then some more GBE. It does mean we're staying 5 ER a little longer, but I think it's also okay. Either way, we want Shield and GBE for later at 6 ER. And that's going to be it for the video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.